Mike, we're going to talk NBA playoffs. I've enjoyed staying up late. I feel bad the next day. It's a great series, especially in the West. The Spurs, it's like a clinic. They're 8-0 in the playoffs. Honestly, I think it's like 28 of 30 games they've won down. They've been great. They were down 24 points against the Clippers the other day and came back. One of the great quotes I was putting together the page on Saturday for the Sunday paper was Tim Duncan telling the younger players, the Jeff Greens of the world, hey, just stay calm. We're not out of this. And they just chipped away. And they did the big three.
They were up by double figures in the third quarter, weren't they? I mean, it was insane. I want to say this about the Spurs. They're a delight to watch. They're terrific. I would love to see them win the championship, but they have not played a lot of competition in the playoffs. The Utah Jazz were not a legitimate playoff team. And the Clippers, as beat up as they were without Chris Paul, were not a legitimate playoff team. So they're playing great, but let's see what they do with a team that is young and athletic enough and big and strong enough physically to cause some problems for them defensively. Let's wait and see.
You say haven't played competition. They're the number one seed. They played who they were supposed to play. They earned being the number one seed. So they got where they're supposed to be. And Chris Paul was playing.
Regardless of whether they earned it, let's see him do it.
Well, Chris Paul did play, but now Thunder and the Spurs, to me, is the best matchup. It's the 1 and the 2 seeds in the West. We said weeks ago that these were the two best teams. The rest of these two are the best, and there was a drop off after that. So these two are going at it.
Did we say that?
We said that there was a definitive 1 and 2, and then there was a drop in the rest. I'll play it back. We'll play it back.
In the West?
In the West, yes. We're talking.
Yeah, okay.
These are the two best in the West. And we thought that, whereas the East was sort of wide open more. Okay. You don't remember this? Anyhow, my point being, the Spurs, this is their big last hurrah. The Thunder needs to learn how to play these big games like this. They're going to get taught by the Spurs this year, and then we'll see from there.
Well, that makes sense, and that's certainly possible.
Championship teams go through that.
Yeah,
that's my thing.
And I think the big thing now is Duncan, I think, and Parker are both healthy, and Ginobili too. I think all three of them guys are healthy, and you look at it's going to be hard for Oklahoma City to match up with Duncan, certainly. Less so maybe the other guys, but I would favor the Spurs a little bit there.
They're deep. They can go 12. Their bench is scary deep. Boris Diaw's coming off the bench. I didn't know he was on the team until 2 games ago. Where did he come from? Yeah. Splitter. They're a fun team to watch. But the same with the Thunder. I loved watching these guys. James Harden, they put him in there with the other two. Usually he's the second line of their scoring. And Westbrook, and then Durant is, to me, if he's not the best player, he is up there in that caliber with the LeBron and the Kobe's. He is right. He's a finisher too.
He's a terrific.
He is scary
player.
good.
He's a great scorer, great basketball player, and they have gotten better defensively.
Oh yeah.
They were sort of a team that tried to outscore you, and I think that has shifted this year. I think that's one thing that's happened with their team this year. They are now a championship caliber defensive team too.
And the Spurs, actually, it's funny, they don't play as well defensively because they're older, and they do score more. They've got some good
much better
scorers
offensively than any of their previous teams.
Now the Thunder just beat the Lakers. It was a good series, not a great series, but a good series. And the Lakers seem to be coming apart a little bit. There's some turmoil there, and I'm curious what you think they need to do.
Well, I think they're probably going to fire the coach, I think, and I think they're probably going to move Andrew Bynum. Mike Brown seems like a very good person and a very nice guy. I'd never thought much of him as a coach. Bynum and Gasol are both a mess. I think Kobe contributes to the dysfunction of this team in some ways. So there's a lot of blame to go around. But they are a mess, and that is a franchise and an organization that doesn't put up with being a mess. The standards are really high there.
Standards are high. Kobe will not go anywhere because he's going to die a Laker. They know that. Mike Brown just got hired, and then they had that big strike, and he didn't get to really implement his system. I think they're happy with him. That was a bust. Dr. Jerry Buss and his family is the one that did that hiring. He's staying.
Right.
I think Bynum is staying. The one that's going to go is Paul Gasol.
Well, that's possible. Sure.
I think they're going to flip it. You can't keep both big men. For some reason, they don't work well together.
That's possible.
Bynum's younger. I think they're going to keep Kobe and Bynum together and mix somebody else in here. And here's what I think is going to happen. Gasol gets traded to the Sixers for Andre Iguodala. They move Iguodala out there, another nice wing player to play with Kobe, athletic, and the conception, I think, in the basketball world is that Iguodala is this great all-star player. I don't see all that. He'll fit in great with the Lakers, and the Sixers will take Gasol back here in Philadelphia.
Well, if that's the specific move, if that's the specific thing, your scenario is correct, and I'm not saying it's not. Right. It may be that doesn't. To me, that doesn't improve the Lakers at all. That improves the Sixers and maybe marginally improves the Lakers.
I think it helps both teams.